here's Mark, the creator of Jiffy Does.
Yes.
Then we find Charlie playing.
That's me. Always playing. All right, well, basically you start here. This is testing 64s and 128s. Goes through a very extensive test. We check all the ports. It's a setup there. And then we run the Commodore test cartridge through it. After this is all done, we test the mouse, we test the joysticks, the cartridge port, all of the ports, keyboard function, etc. RAM link, CPUs, FDs. We assemble FDs and CPUs and RAM links in this area. Again, there's another test station down there for CPUs. Jiffy DOSes tested on that end machine.
The one with the green monitor is the one that you choose.
Yeah.
That end view is where you test your Jiffy DOS.
Right.
Okay.
We test hard drives over here in the station. Yeah. That's testing a CPU 64. There's the CPU being tested here.
I figured what I would do is I would just take the back.
Well, basically all of the program that we're testing with is in the hard drive.
Okay.
And it tests the function of the CPU with the RAM link. Through patience and perseverance, Mark designed a board that would allow us to run both the 64 and 128 on a common board with different chip setup and whatnot. Numerous chips that are different for the 64 versus the 128. Yep. First, though, when we did it, we thought we were going to have individual units, but as that progressed, it took 2 years to develop that thing to the point that it's at today.
So Mark was able to come up with a common board, which I suppose made your development a lot easier.
Not so much the development, it made the development much harder. It made production much easier.
That's what I meant. I meant production. I'm sorry. I meant production.
But actually, it delayed us quite a bit
For the 128 or for the...
For the 128 and to design a common. Program GALs and EPROMs and PLDs here. These are the specially designed chips that Mark developed for our projects.
And this is where it all happens then, where you create the masters and...
Yep, we've got the masters there, and then you set it up and you make copies of them as you need them to build. Of course, over this area now, which used to all be Jiffy DOS, but as Jiffy DOS winds down, and the Commodore stuff winds down, you can see we're doing more and more in the way of PCs and Macs. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't be here to sell Commodore things. So a warehousing area where we handle raw materials and we store new and used computer accessories, and we've got a bunch of new Commodore 64Cs stored up there, and all kinds of games and software and just odds and ends we keep around for parts, stock.
So that was the baby that started it all for you, right there.
Jiffy DOS,
yeah. That's why you got her framed and...
Well, yeah, that and those 3 pictures cost us probably $10,000.
What?
Oh yeah, we paid a guy about $5,000 to do the box for us.
You mean to design the
Jiffy DOS box, the retail box.
So why did you go so big with the? What was the purpose of going?
Well, at the time, we were thinking it was going to have to be a 5 1/4.
Oh, 5 1/4 inch hard drive.
Yeah.
Oh, then the 3.5s came out.
Well, they were out, but they were just so super expensive. We couldn't really contemplate doing what we wanted with them. Oh, you know, it wasn't here. It's 1581. Just to make the lights blink. You know, it was down the first time we showed it. It was just a mock-up. It wasn't the first time it wasn't a functional prototype.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a mock-up, a conceptual mock-up that we were showing off. And there was actually a 1581 logic board in there with a 1581 drive mech hot glued in there.